Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this beautiful gown on the screen. This first one is the inspiration. This blue one is the one I recreated. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so that whenever I upload a new video you will be the first to be notified. And also, if you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button and leave your comments at the comment section. The first part of this video is going to be the pattern drafting. Please pay attention to every single thing I'm going to be doing, and please do not skip so as not to miss important information. So here are the materials I'm going to be using to make this beautiful gown. This is the Ankara fabric I'm going to be using, and this is 3 yards of Ankara. So you can make use of any fabric of your choice. It's not compulsory must be Ankara. And this is 1 yard of a crepe material. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep this aside. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark out a straight line on my pattern paper. This is going to be serving as my starting point. Then once I was done with that, I'll go ahead and mark my bust point, which is 10 inches, my under bust 30 inches, and my half length, which is 50 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it on the other side because I want this line to be straight. I'll go ahead and use my ruler to make a straight line across this point, as you can see me doing. So once I was done with that, I'll go ahead and label it bust point, under bust, and waistline. So I will come to my bust point. I will come up by 2 inches. This is going to be serving as my chest line. I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across. So I'll go ahead and label it chest line. Then I will come to my waistline. I will come down by 8 inches. This is going to be serving as my hip line. I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across. Then I will label it hip line. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my shoulder measurement. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7. I will go ahead and mark 7. From that point, I will come down by ½ inch. This is going to be serving as my shoulder slope. I will mark ½ inch. Then once I was done, I will connect the points together. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to take my nipple to nipple measurement. My nipple to nipple measurement is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I'll go ahead and mark 4 on my hip line, my bust point, and also my waistline. Then once I was done, I will connect it together. I will mark a straight line across. So once I was done, I will come to my waistline. I will come in by ½ inch and then go out by ½ inch. Then from my bust point, I will connect a slant line, just like as you can see me doing. Just watch out how I'm placing my ruler to connect this. From the hip line, I'm not going to be marking it from the beginning. I will just mark it from somewhere at the middle. So the next thing now, I will take the wideness of my neck. The wideness is 3 inches. From that 3 inches, I will mark a slant line to meet with the chest line, just like this. Then once I was done with that, I will mark the shoulder slope from the neckline to the ½ inch I marked at the armhole area, like this. So once I was done with that, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to divide my armhole into 2. I'll just go ahead and fold my tip, just like as you can see me doing, and mark the points over there. So I will go in by ½ inch. Then I will mark my bust measurement. My bust is 36 divided by 4. I will mark whatever I have. Then after that, I'll connect the points together with my French curve, just like as you can see me doing. So once I was done with that, I will come to my chest line. I'll come in by ½ inch. Okay, so guys, this first line that I marked, I'm not going to be using it, but just watch out and see what I'm doing. I will mark ½ inch inward with my red marker. Okay, so I'm going to be recreating my v-neck. Okay, I'll go ahead and remark my v-neck, just like as you can see me doing. So this red line is going to be our new neckline, while I'll go ahead and cancel this first line that I marked. Please follow up with the neckline. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to draw my cup. Okay, so I'm going to be placing my French curve directly under the under bust. So make sure you place your French curve like this. You can see how I'm placing my French curve. Okay, make sure it's directly under your under bust. So once I'm done, go ahead and draw it like this. Then I will stop here. Before I will mark the other side, I'll go ahead and input my basic body's measurements. I will come to my chest line. I already marked my bust measurements before. I will just add 1.5 inch to that measurement, the points I marked before. So 1.5 inch is going to be serving as my sewing allowance. I will come to my under bust. Please, at this point you don't need to mark your under bust, just go straight to your waistline and input your waist measurement. Okay, so my waist measurement divide by 4, then I will mark it. I will add 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Come to your hip line and mark your hip measurement, divide by 4, then 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Then from there we'll connect the points together. The reason why I said you should not input your under bust, you can see it was difficult for me to draw the line, so I just went ahead to remove it and just draw it. Okay, so make use of your waistline, your chest line, and your hip line. Then I will come to my under bust just like this. I will come up by 1/2 inch, just like as you can see me doing. Then I will place my French curve like this on it and mark a. Just watch out how I'm going to be marking this with my red marker. Just watch out how I'm placing my French curve. Hope you guys are understanding this. Then once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to label this the upper part, the cup. You can also label the upper part your yoke. So once I'm done with it, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut this out. Guys, remember we are not done yet. So the v-neck at the down, we've not done it. So I'm just going to go ahead and first of all cut this out so that I will make use of the leftover pattern paper for the down. So I'm just going to be cutting out the shoulder as well. While for the v-neck, I'm going to be leaving it. I'm not going to be cutting it for now. So once I'm done with the cutting, I'll go ahead and place the leftover pattern paper at the down. I'll go ahead and use my seal tape to secure it, just like as you can see me doing. So I will come to the hip line, to my hip line. I will come down by 8 inches. You can also decide to come down by 9 inches. So I came down by 8 inches. I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across this 8 inches that I marked. So once I'm done with that, I will come to my waistline. I will come down by 4 inches. Please watch where I'm placing my tape. Then I will come down by 4 inches. I will mark a straight line across this point that I just marked. I'm going to be using my red marker to do this because I want you guys to be able to differentiate between the new line and the waistline. From this line I just marked, I will draw a slant line just like this, as you can see me doing, to the 8 inches I mark at it down. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut out the neckline, just like as you can see me doing. Please pay attention and see where I'm cutting out. So once I'm done cutting out the neck, I'll use this to cut out the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce new brand paper for this. I'm going to go ahead and mark a straight line. This is going to be serving as my zipper allowance, okay, for the back. So I'll go ahead and place the front pattern on it, just like as you can see me doing. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to take my neck measurement. So I will come down by 1.5 inch, which is going to be serving as the neck depth. Then I will use the front pattern to mark the neck wideness, okay. So I'll go ahead and draw a curved line, just like as you can see me doing. Place the pattern paper back again. Then after that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please pay attention and see how I'm cutting this out. So for the back armhole, you're going to see that I did not cut exactly the same way at the front, the same way I cut the front. I went ahead to, I went out by almost 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch I removed at the front, I went ahead to replace it back at the back side, okay. Just do it or draft a new pattern paper for the back. So once I'm done cutting it out, I will come to the waistline, come in by 0.7 inches at the waistline for the back. So this is to remove zip poking. So I'm going to be drawing a slant line from somewhere at the top down to that 0.7 inches I marked. Then I will draw a slant line, just like as you can see me doing. Then once I'm done, I'll go ahead and cut it out. This is to remove poking from the back of our dress. So now to the back fabric, as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and trace out the red line that I marked at the front. I will trace it out at the back as well. It's going to be equal, okay. So once I'm done with that, we are going to be making use of it later. You understand it. Now to this downside, as you can see, I came down by 2 inches from the actual length of this V at the front. So the reason why I came down by 2 inches is that I've made this dress for myself before. So I noticed that for people that have big backside, the back will become shorter than the front. Okay, so if you want the back side and the front side of this gown to be equal, then go ahead and come down by 2 inches or 3 inches if you have a very big back side. But if your back side is flat, then they will not be neat. Just go ahead and make it equal. But for those that have big hip and big back side, go ahead and add to it so that the back side will not be jump while the front side will become long. Okay, that is the reason why I added extra 2 inches. So once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and cut it out, just like as you can see me doing. So please watch out where I'm cutting at, and also note that we are not going to be making use of the dart. We are not going to be cutting it at. While for the back side, the part where I marked before, I went ahead to curve it. And for the back side, I went ahead to draw a curve line. I'm sorry that part they show in this video. It's very easy. If you take note, you're going to, if you noticed, I actually marked a point on this back side before. So from that point, I just went ahead to mark a curve line. You can also decide to mark a straight line if you want to. The same way I marked the front is the same way you also mark the back. Now for the cup, which is the yoke as well, I'm going to go ahead and divide the shoulder by 2. Then whatever you have, mark it and mark a straight line across. Then once I'm done marking it, I'll go ahead and cut it open. I'll just go ahead and open it just like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out on my fabric. And guys, I'm done cutting it out. This is how it all look like. So we are going to continue on the next video on how to sew this dress. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. Also leave your comment and turn on post notifications so that whenever I drop the next video, you will be the first to be notified. And as well, I have another YouTube channel where I talk about how to make money, how to level up, and also how to start and grow your YouTube channel in case you want to start up a YouTube channel. If you're interested, do it to click the link at the comment section and also at the description section to be part of that family. See you guys on my next video. Bye.